Hello my dear students, how are you? Hope all of you are well and safe at home. So today we will start another chapter from your second terminal syllabus, that is a poem Common Cold by Ogden Nash. So Ogden Nash was an American poet and he was famous for rhyming poems. This poem, Common Cold, is a very funny poem, and there is a description, a brief description of what is common cold. So the speaker has a cold and he believes that it is the worst cold. But the doctor told that this is a very simple cold or mere cold, and that is why the speaker become so much irritated to have to pay the fees of the doctor for this simple diagnosis. So now we have to read the poem. So let's start. Common Cold, Ogden Nash. Go hang yourself, you old MD, you shall not sneer at me. You, MD means here the doctor. So the speaker is saying that go to hell, you the doctor, you shall not sneer at me. Sneer means neglect. Sneer means neglect. So you shall not, you cannot neglect me. Pick up your hat and stethoscope. Go wash your mouth with laundry soap. So you pick up your hat and stethoscope and then you go to wash your mouth with laundry soap. I contemplate a joy exquisite. I am not paying you for your visit. So at the introduction, I told it that the speaker is so much irritated to pay the doctor, and the speaker is not happy for the diagnosis. That is why here he is telling that I think it's a joy, an intense joy. I am not paying for your visit. I will not pay you. I did not call you to be told. My malady is a common cold. I have not called you to check me. My malady. Malady means in your book that is there is a serious problem, but it may be disease or illness also. So my malady, my illness is a common cold. I did not call you to be told. Next stanza. By pounding brow and swollen lip, by fevers hot and scaly tree. By pounding brow means here it's forehead. So by squeezing or by pressing forehead and swollen lip, that means the lip is become swollen, it's inflated or put up the lip. By fevers hot and scaly green. So the fevers hot and rough green. The speaker is in the grip of fevers hot and rough touch. By those two redundant eyes that weep like awful April skies. So his two red eyes, by those two redundant eyes, the speaker's eyes also become red, that cry like a that is very awful means a pitiable condition or a very sorrowful condition. So that the eyes cry like a very pitiable condition or the atmosphere of April skies. Skies means here not only exactly the sky, it may be the atmosphere or the air also. By racking snuffle, snort and sniff. Racking means horrible. So there is a horrible sound. It's usually all of you know that there is a very bad sniffy sound came when we caught by cold. So there is a horrible sound of snuffle. Snuffle is a sniffy sound, the sound which usually come during a cold or a nasal problem. Snort is also a kind of this kind of sound, and sniff by handkerchief after handkerchief. So from this line we can say that he was sneezing continuously, so that by handkerchief after handkerchief. This cold you wave away as not is the damnedest cold man ever caught. So the speaker is telling that it is the worst cold. It's a very bad cold a man ever caught. And this cold you wave away as not. So not means in your book there is it's nothing, or bogus, worthless, whatever you can tell it. So this cold is very bogus, or this cold is nothing, or and it's the damnedest cold man ever caught, and that is why we can say that it's a very damned cold, which usually not happen. Next stanza. Give ear, you scientific fossil. Here is the genuine cold colossal. Colossal means great or huge. So give ear. So you hear. Scientific fossil. The scientific outdated fossil is here used as an adjective. So it's telling us about that very outdated thing. Here is the genuine cold. This is a very huge, a great cold, a huge cold for the speaker, but not for the others, like the doctor. The cold of which researchers dream. So the speaker is telling here that the cold is this type of cold, especially this type of cold, about this type of cold, the researchers or the investigators dream. The perfect cold, the cold supreme. So, the speaker is telling it this as the unique cold. This honored system humbly holds the super cold to end all colds. So, these honored systems humbly holds. So very decently the system welcomes it, the super cold to end all colds. So to end all the colds, this super cold have came. The cold crusading for democracy, the fuel of the streptocracy. So this cold fight for democracy, for equality. And Fuhrer is a leader, a name of a leader, the leader of the streptocracy. So it is given in your book, you can see Streptococcus is a bacteria and streptocracy means the bacteria ruling over his body. So the speaker is telling that the bacteria is there behind his cold, and that bacteria is ruling over his body. Next stanza. Bacilli swarm within my portals, such as were never conceived by mortals. Bacilli. So, bacilli is a type of virus. Swarm within my portals. So, this type of virus, the crowd of virus, swarm means crowd or the rush. Crowd of virus came to my doorway, such as were never conceived by mortals. So, This type of thing never imagined by any person or any man, but built by scientists Wise and Curie in some Olympic laboratory. So there the speaker is telling that in some Olympic lab or laboratory, this type of virus or this type of disease called nourished by scientists, and the scientists are, as we know, they are very expert, and their experience, they all the time they just work with this type of things in the laboratory. So, and by their experience, by gaining their experience, the scientists have become old with their white hair. So but bred by scientists Wise and Curie, and this type of virus or this type of bacteria nourished by the scientist in the lab. Bacteria as large as mice with feet of fire and heads of eyes. Bacteria as large as mice or rat with feet of fire. So there is a fire in the feet, or the paper. There is a pip in their feet and heads of eyes, but their heads are very controlled, who never interrupt for slumber. Their stamping elephantine drama. They never interrupt or they never took a break for their drowsiness. Slumber means drowsiness. Their stamping means the stepping. Their stepping is like elephantine. As we know, the step of elephant, that is called here elephantine stepping. That means a vast, a huge, immense stepping like Ramba. Ramba is a style of fast dancing. So, come to the final stanza. A common cold, Gapsukes forsooth. Ah, yes, and Lincoln was jostled by Booth. So, surprisingly, this is a common cold indeed. And Lincoln is an American man, was jostled by Booth. So it has been written in your book. Before starting of the exercise, you can see that Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president of the United States of America, was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth. So Lincoln was an American man who was pushed roughly by Booth. Don Juan was a budding gallant, and Shakespeare's plays show signs of talent. Don Juan is a character of a satiric poem. Was a budding gallant, was a very courageous, formative character. Gallant means brave or courageous. And Shakespeare's play shows the signs of talent, or we can say it competency. The Arctic winter is fairly coolish, and your diagnosis is fairly foolish. Here, the speaker is saying this to the doctor. The Arctic means the North Pole. So, the North Pole, the winter of the North Pole is very foolish, as we know, it's very obvious. And your diagnosis, the diagnosis of the doctor, is fairly foolish. So, the speaker is not satisfied by the diagnosis of the doctor. Oh, what a duration history holds for the man who belated the cold of colds. Oh, what a duration. Duration means it's like taunt. history holds. So, in our history, there is so much taunt in the history which we have to undergo. So, what a duration history holds? History holds a different type of things and it holds many taunt also. For the man who ignored, belittled. For the man who belittled the cold of colds. So, it's a taunt for the man. And there are some histories where the taunt is present, and for the man it's also a taunt who ignored. Belittle means ignored, and the man who ignored the cold of colds. So the man who usually ignored this type of cold, for them there is a history of taunt. So from this we can say that the speaker is telling this to the doctor, and the speaker is actually telling this to the doctor for his diagnosis, that the common man or the other man who have not got by this type of fever, they will think that this is very ignorable. This is very ignorable fever or cold. There is nothing to be serious. So now you go through your book and mark your problem. So later you can ask me. This much for today. Thank you.